What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Nightmare 10 once again, and I'm back with another video. This time, actually going to talk something wrestling related. It's a quick topic, hot topic going on here late night here on Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Anyways, I'm going to get right to it. Obviously, I'm wearing the Miz shirt. Haters love me, cause why? Cause I'm awesome. Don't forget it. Anyways, no, but I want to come on here and talk real quick about the Daniel Bryan and Miz shoot, or whatever you want to call it, on Talking Smack. Shout out to my boy D-Flow for actually telling me about it, because I mean, I didn't watch Talking Smack. I'll just be honest. Most people haven't watched it either, so they just have heard about it or whatever. So, anyways, a couple things I just want to get across real quick. First of all, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go check my Twitter. I'm not going to link it here on the YouTube. But go check my Twitter out. I retweeted a tweet involving it, so that you want to watch it like that. Or go on the network and fast forward till you find it. I don't know exactly where it's at. But anyways, the network's only $9.99, so there you go. So WWE can't say I didn't plug nothing in this video. So, yeah, mainly what happened, without spoiling anything, which it's going to be spoiled, so forget that. But, Daniel Bryan and Miz were going back and forth. Daniel Bryan basically calls Miz a coward. Clearly that upsets the Miz. Miz goes off. One of the things that Miz says is, hey, who you calling a coward when you're the one that refuses to come back to wrestling after telling all his fans that he's going to come back, which was kind of a low blow. I mean, just being honest, but you know, look, you were called. Daniel Bryan also kind of threw a low blow, and he kind of threw it casually. He called Miz a coward. So I mean, and how he wrestled, he called him a coward by the reason, or you know, how he wrestled or whatever. So that's kind of a big blow too. But for him to say that about Daniel Bryan, and then Daniel Bryan's reaction is like, "Well, I would if they'd let me." And he would look all sad on his face. So he looked legit. Miz looked legit pissed. Then you have. He ends up walking out because Miz still keeps going at him. Miz was clearly mad. Renee Young is trying to stop it. He's like, hey, this isn't what this is about. I really feel like they were supposed to go at it. Miz completely broke character. I mean, he stayed in character, but pretty much broke character. And Daniel Bryan was pretty much shooting on the way he wrestles, because you can't shoot on the way he wins. Miz was keeping it kayfabe, and clearly Daniel Bryan eventually didn't keep it that way, because he said, hey, I would wrestle if they let me, which I guess could still be considered inside kayfabe. But anyways, you know, I guess the number one, is it real? I think that was a clearly real moment. I think the point that you would have to make is that, you know, was it supposed to be that way? I don't think so. It was too real for it to just naturally happen that way. Miz was legit mad, and Daniel Bryan had a legit reaction to where he was. Because a lot of times when Daniel Bryan is talking, you can see a little smirk on his face. Didn't see that in this, so that was clearly an indicator of he clearly meant what he said. And Miz, I mean, props to him. I've been off the Miz bandwagon, to be honest. I mean, I never was on the actual bandwagon. I was always a Miz supporter, you know, through his title and all that. And then afterwards, he just got stale, to be honest. But hence why I got this shirt. I mean, I have another Miz shirt as well. I still say I'm awesome all the time, due to the Miz. But you know, not Daniel Bryan, but I'm a huge Daniel Bryan fan. You know, to me, it just feels like this kind of it makes you want to ask some questions about the whole retirement thing. Clearly, Daniel Bryan throughout the whole thing has wanted to wrestle, but towards the end, it just felt like he made that decision to say, "Look, I could wrestle elsewhere, but if WWE is not going to be where I can wrestle, then I'm going to call it quits." And plus, it just seemed like he was calling it quits, you know, for his health and all that. It really felt like he made the right decision and wasn't forced to make that decision, because obviously WWE wanted him to do that early on, or wasn't going to let him wrestle. And then he kept getting, you know, tests and then until he saw a different test. But of course, you know, we only see what WWE allows us to see, and Daniel Bryan can't speak out against WWE, of course, because, you know, he works for him. You know, he gets sued and lose all his money and several things like that. So, but anyways, it just raises a question: did Daniel Bryan retire only because of WWE? Like, literally, if WWE said, you know, had cared about his health, which, you know, clearly they only care about your full-time health guys, and they only care because they have to care. If we're really honest, they only care because of an image thing. So, I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, Triple H or, you know, certain players in the game, no pun intended, you know, care about Daniel Bryan's health and other superstars' health, but mostly it's an image thing. So I guess what I'm getting at is you know, does Daniel Bryan have some, you know, some built-in, you know, regrets? Does he feel like he didn't retire, or he didn't retire genuinely, or does he feel like he would wrestle if he had a chance? And a lot of people saying, well, he would wrestle if he had a chance. Well, his contract's not going to last for freaking ever, you know. So eventually WWE would should have, and from my knowledge, you know, should have no power whatsoever in allowing him or not allowing him to wrestle. Like, yeah, of course he's gonna have a 90-day compete clause like Cody Rhodes, and Damien said, I don't think had 90. Yeah, he did. You know, other guys have had their 90 days up before they can wrestle. So clearly they can't handicap him there. So I don't know. I really think this is something where it's like it got blown out of proportion. I'm sure they'll blow over it, and you know, nothing will happen of it. But I'll be honest, man. If Daniel Bryan feels, and I understand it's a health thing, I want what's best for his health, because we've seen what happened to Benoit. We've seen what's happened to several other people. Obviously, Benoit went crazy. I'm not trying to say everybody's going to go crazy, but we've seen things happen. And I understand Daniel Bryan's thought process is if I can't wrestle for WWE, why do I need to put my body on the line at this point in my career? And that's fine too. I respect that if that's what he feels. But I just feel like if you like wrestling, I mean, you can go out there and protect yourself elsewhere and still get these, you know, have these epic matches elsewhere. You know, you can cut out headbutts and things like that and still be okay. That's why I've always wondered, why can't we get one more match? Well, clearly WWE's not going to let us get that. But, I don't know. To me, I feel like Daniel Bryan, if that was genuine and he has that in the pit of his stomach where he's never going to get over it until he can wrestle again. So to me, I feel like he needs to go wrestle again, even if it's one final match. So for his sake, so he can kind of end on his note and not WWE's note, because otherwise that's going to come back to haunt him. That's all I want to say about that. And I know people are going to say, dude, he's retired. Dude, he that was fake, whatever. And it could all be blown out of proportion. But to me, Miz seemed genuine. Daniel Bryan seemed genuine. What will come of this? Probably nothing. But you know, WWE may feel like they have to make a statement. I don't know. Daniel Bryan will probably cover it up, and Miz may make an apology on Twitter or however you want to do it. I'm sure they'll make Miz apologize, but whatever. If they suspend Miz, I think it's stupid. If they suspend Daniel Bryan, I think it's stupid. So whatever. But that's my quick thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on it? Put it in the comments below. Tweet me, whatever. Like this video and subscribe. Anyways, peace. I'm out.